Well, Dani, here we are at Natural Chimneys Park in Mount Solon, Virginia, and here behind us are those magnificent chimneys.
I've also heard they're called the stone towers.
They look like a castle, don't they? Magnificent. Well, and interesting that you mentioned that stone towers, because today we are on an expedition looking for a stone dragon.
Oh my.
And his name is Stony. So, we hope you will join us on the adventure today. Get a cup of tea, settle in. We're standing before the Great Tower, and according to the pedestal that is here, one of many around the park here, there's a sketch here that was done in 1871 and published in Virginia Illustrated. And according to this, the tunnels and caves at the base of several chimneys are remnants of sinkholes and caves that once laced the limestone layers. These caves began long before the towers were eroded into the form you see today. Water seeped down through the layers, slowly dissolving weak areas in the limestone, forming the tunnels that you see here behind us. There was believed also to be an ancient stream through here.
Well, this looks a little small for a full-grown stone dragon.
Might be able to look out the window, as it were.
Lieutenant, what exactly is this?
This is the jousting track that has been here for over 200 years. Here at this location, and as well as elsewhere before the Chimneys, they have done ring jousting here. It's been the oldest continuous sport in America, as a matter of fact. Now, the type of jousting that they do is called ring jousting. And off of these standards here, they would hang tiny little rings about the size of a lifesaver. And they would start on this end on horseback with a lance with a very long, very thin point to it, and pick off those rings in a certain time and at a certain speed. Now, you may not know, I used to combat joust years ago at the Renaissance fairs. And of course, we were trying to knock each other off the horses. Ready, brave knight? Indeed. Tilt!
Indeed.
Well, look over this way, Dani. You see if you see anything.
Oh wait, no, that's just a rabbit. Well, Lieutenant, I see that there are human tracks and some canine tracks, but I don't know.
Oh, look over here. Dragon tracks.
Wow.
And they're chasing or following, at least, after the dog. But I don't see any more human tracks.
Uh-oh. Lieutenant, look! There seems to be some dragon dung, or a scat, if you would like to call it. Dragon scat can be perfect for tracking or anything, but dragon scat can also show what the dragon may have eaten. You know, this one looks like it could be stone dragon scat. Scat can be extremely helpful.
Indeed so. And in case you don't know what scat is, poop, droppings, excrement.
Markins!
Well, Dani, that is a stone dragon nest.
Doesn't look all that comfortable to sleep on.
Well, they don't always sit on their nests like some birds do. And they can heat those stones when the egg is ready to hatch to facilitate the hatchling coming into the world. I see some tracks over here. This looks like it may have a bit of a trail right here where it's either drug its tail or its body fitting into this low area here, but I don't see the eggs in there right now, but that's definitely a nest. Dani, here's another one of those pedestals that has information. Tell us what it says.
Oh, you know how I love to read. The reddish layer in the limestone wall before you is probably called a lava intrusion. Whoa. Molten lava under tremendous pressure forced its way through 2 layers of limestone. The lava comes from a center of disturbances about 10 miles north of here. The bed varies in thicknesses, but can be traced from tower to tower.
How exciting.
Yes.
Well, Dani, up there you will see the overlook at the top of the Chimneys. We're going to be walking up there here soon.
Wow.
Well, Dani, you seem to have found a drat.
Indeed.
Well, she's a beautiful little dragon cat. So here's another one of these information pedestals. And it says here that the Chimneys as you see them today are erosion remnants of a former fissure cave system. Although they have looked much as you have seen them for as long as man has inhabited this area, the processes have continued since ancient times.
Wow, that's impressive.
You gonna come up here too, little drap?
Not exactly the dragon we were looking for, but...
Never know what one finds on these expeditions. Well, I believe the drat is telling us that we should go up the Overlook Trail. That's a good place to look for stone dragons.
That makes sense.
Yes? Right. See it last... Timmy fell down the well? All right, lead the way. And there's deer tracks here. Oh, gosh. Underneath. Aren't you right in the head? Are you all right? Well, Dani, here we are at the Overlook. And you can see the tops of the Chimneys here. Magnificent. And you can see all over the valley and into the mountains to the west. Beautiful place. Well, as you can see, Dani, there's a number of caves and tunnels there in the Chimneys.
Well, this one looks a bit too large, but the one on the right seems like a good candidate.
Want to give that a go?
Sure, why not?
All right. Here, you go first.
Oh, of course.
Do you hear something?
A little. Wait, what's that?
Oh my gosh! Well, Dani, that was quite the adventure, don't you think?
Oh, indeed.
We hope you have enjoyed your adventure here at Natural Chimneys Park in Mount Solon, Virginia.
Make sure to like, share, and subscribe.
Until then, happy observing.